I'm Yolanda Johnson-Bryant, and you're watching The Other Side of the Dash. So hello beautiful people. It's been a long time. I know it's been a long time since you last heard from me, but my life has gone through a lot of changes since we last talked. I've gone through many issues, living arrangements, health issues, school issues, and things like that. So without further ado, let me get into this edition of Pack With Me and my life updates. So I'm currently packing because we are headed to Texas, Dallas, Texas. I don't remember if I mentioned before that we are relocating and retiring in North Texas. So we've been going back and forth. We're having a house built. So we put our house on the market, and we knew it would sell fast, just not as fast as it did. We put it on the market on a Friday. We had multiple offers on a Saturday. However, so our house sold basically in that amount of time. And excuse me if I seem distracted. Like I said, I am packing. So it's sold in that short amount of time. However, the problem came with the closing. We'd set 3 closings. The issue was the gentleman that was purchasing our home. He was getting homeowners down payment assistance from the city of Greensboro. And you know, when you're dealing with any government issue, they pretty much take their time. So we had to set our closing dates out 3 times. Meanwhile, we were paying 2 sets of bills: a mortgage, rent, 2 sets of electricity bills, 2 cable bills, 2 water bills, whatever the case may be. 2 sets of bills. So what happened was, because our house sold so fast, we went ahead, because our house sold so fast, what we did was we went ahead and moved into an apartment. And I tell you, I loathe nothing against people who live in apartments. I commend you, because this is not the lifestyle for me. And not to say I've never lived in an apartment before. I just haven't been in an apartment in about 15, almost 20 years that I've lived in an apartment, and there's nothing I miss about it. It's extremely hard on my granddaughter. She's 9. We call her Little Bit, and we do have a patio area. We're on the 2nd floor. We have a patio area, but behind us is nothing but like wooded area. It's on a hill, so there's really nowhere for her to play or ride her bike, because I was telling my husband the other day, we've been here for a little bit over a month now, and I've yet to see one child in this complex. It's a very nice complex. He has said that he has seen kids get off the school bus and let out into this. They must be living way on the other side. We do live in a more quiet side on the end here. They do have like a playground type area, which I think is more for like toddlers. It has the mulch, the little bitty slides, and a climb thing. That's it. And it's surrounded by a lake. So there are really no winding sidewalks. I don't know if you lived in an apartment when you were smaller and you got to wind the sidewalks and ride your bikes or skate. They don't have that here. So, and when we're in apartments, we like to stay there ourselves. We don't want to have anybody to have cause to complain about us, because if there's a cause, we're going to complain. So we don't want to complain, but yet we're doing, things that we shouldn't be doing. So we're in an apartment. I can't wait to get out. We are leaving next week to go to Texas to finalize everything as far as like our finishes and things like that. And we're going to be gone for a while, and then we're going to come back, and we're going to be here until we actually close on our house. And I hope that the process of closing is a little bit better than what we had this last time. I've sold and bought a couple houses, and so has my husband, and we have never ever had this type of experience like this. It was just so nerve-wracking, and stressful. So stressful to the fact that I was supposed to have surgery. And that leads me into my health update. So you guys know I was on keto. I have to admit and be totally honest, if I'm going to be transparent here, I hadn't been on keto since Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving came and I thought I was going to get back on it, and then Christmas came, and then New Year's, and then Valentine's. I'm on it now. I'm back on it now. I've been on it for about a few days now, so I plan on sticking to it. So with that being said, of course, my body's kind of out of whack, and I've gained a little bit of weight. I was slightly out of remission for my diabetes, but I think I'm back in now. So my health has been through a lot of issues. So I think I explained in the previous video that I have several large cystic fibroids, which are really prevalent in African American women. Well, they've got to the point where my periods were so bad, I was held prisoner either on the toilet or in the shower. And what I mean by is that I would pass these large blood clots, this big or even bigger. And it wasn't like I passed one and then I could get out the shower after I clean myself and then go, you know, take care of myself. As a matter of fact, a couple days ago, which was last week actually, I was on my period. My husband was horrified. One, because he didn't know what to do in the sight of all the blood, because he thought it was a murder massacre, because I could not get out the tub because the clots just kept coming and coming and coming and coming. They would not stop for about 45 minutes. I sat there and bled almost to death. It had gotten so bad that we had to pour bleach down the drain because the clots were so huge that they were stopping up the drain. And I don't mean to be TMI or gross you out, but there is some young lady or some older lady, whatever, who's listening to this, who thinks, okay, am I the only one going through this? What's wrong with me, or whatever? So finally 45 minutes later, it died down and I was able to rush and put a tampon in and then, you know, go sit on the toilet because I didn't want to be standing in all that blood. So I had to wash myself off and go sit in the toilet. But finally, eventually, later on that day, it just stopped. My period just stopped. Now, a few days later, I start spotting, whatever. I'm cool with the spotting, even though it's not my period time. That part was just horrific. The month prior to this past month, it went on for days. It would be like a 45 minute bout of all the blood clots. Then it would slow down a little bit. A few hours later, it would just, so finally, to make a long story short, I ended up going to my doctor, who referred me to my gyno, who has been talking to me for a while about getting a hysterectomy, but there are different forms that she recommended, because at that time my blood sugar was so high they couldn't do an actual operation because it could be dangerous and it could prove to kill me, basically. And she said, we talk about that particular option once you get your blood sugars under control. But another way was a microscopic way where they go in with a robot and, you know, they don't cut you all open. They just go in and, you know, I guess they suck out. I forget how it's called. If I can remember the name of the procedure before I actually put this video up, I'll put it either down here in the bottom of the screen or in the description box below. Don't quote me on that, you guys, because I got so much going on right now. I don't remember what happened 5 minutes ago. So now that when I went in, my sugar was in remission. So we had planned to have a hysterectomy, but it didn't coincide with my first closing date. I got the date for the hysterectomy before we got the closing date. So I went ahead and wanted to postpone the hysterectomy. I was going to postpone it for a few days later, but then the whole fiasco with the 3 closing dates just really started to, you guys, stress me out. My hair is falling out, just little different things, migraines, I couldn't sleep at night, whatever. And so finally, I just I told my doctor, I said, I am going to do one of 2 things. I'm going to wait till we're past this moving thing and we sell this house, and then I will call and reschedule it. Or depending on how fast they build this house, I will get it done when we move to Texas. I still have not decided which I'm going to do yet, because we are going to Texas now. I guess I'll make that decision after we get back. But if it's only going to be a couple months, I might as well wait till I get to Texas, because the recuperation for a full hysterectomy, minus taking out my ovaries, is a 4 to 8 week recovery session. So as you can see why I didn't want to do it. Okay, well, Yolanda, you got the second, third day. Why you still have not scheduled it? Well, now we're getting ready to go out of town. And if I'm recovering for up to 8 weeks, that's 2 months. So I thought, and then on top of that, me wanting to feel a sense of safety, I decided to get an apartment on the top floor. Well, where I'm at, the way ooh, I'm sorry about that, guys. Well, where I'm at, the way these apartments are built is like normal apartments. You have your first, second, or third. We only have 2 tiers, but you're on the outside. You go up to the second floor, and then you knock on the door to the other apartment. It's not how ours are. That's not how ours are made. You knock on the door, I let you in, and you have to climb 2 flights of stairs to get up to the main living area. So didn't carefully think that out, probably because I was so stressed. But so now going up and down these stairs, just taking their havoc on me. Before the hysterectomy, I did go through a period of what they call pica. And if you don't know what pica is, it's sort of like an addiction to something, but not necessarily like you're addicted to drugs. It's your body's missing something, so it's craving something. So, you know, a lot of people will eat ice because their body is missing something. Which I'm doing now. I'm eating a lot of ice, only because it's hot. You know, as you guys can see now, my heater's on 79, which is really warm in here. But as soon as we turn it off, it is freezing in here. If we turn the heat down to like a lower temperature, like 75, all the air is going to do is blow out cold air. Another reason why I do not like apartments, I'm used to gas, everything, and this is all electric. It's just, you know, but I'm dealing with it. So going back to the pica, I became addicted to baking soda. And at first, you know, I don't know about you, but growing up, my grandmother, in order to fix heartburn, instead of going to the store to buy over-the-counter remedies, and even back then they didn't have them, I think in her day and age, they didn't have any remedies. So she would give us a teaspoon of either baking soda or baking powder. We used both, and she would put it in warm water, and we would drink it, and it would help us with heartburn, upset stuff. It helped you with everything. So I grew up with that. My mom passed it on to me. I passed it on to my children, and I started it with a little bit, but I've since had her stop because I don't want her to get the way I was. And I got to the point where 1 tablespoon a day went to 2, went to 3, went to 4, to the point where I had actually would pour some in a bottle, a medicine, large empty medicine bottle, and I would just pour it in my hand, pour a big pile in my hand, and just lick it. Lick it until I could not feel my tongue anymore. I would stop. Later on, I would do it again. So I was doing it all day, just about. And it got to the point where it was so much in my system, I started to get swollen on my legs, my ankles, my face. My face looked like I had an allergic reaction to something. It was interfering with my breathing, my chest. I couldn't breathe. I couldn't do any activity, or I felt like I was going to have a heart attack. And so I was honest. I went and told my doctor, because you know, you never want to admit, or some people never want to admit to having a problem. So I'm like, look, I need to be around here for my granddaughter, so I need to you know, figure out what this is. And it would even go to the point where, okay, I say I gotta stop. I would pour it down the sink, but then I would sneak to the store and get some more, or I would have my husband hide it, but I would tear up the house looking for it. So that's how you know you're addicted. So she said, well, what you have is not necessarily an addiction. She said it's what they call pica, because your body is missing something. And this goes back to, I believe I said in a previous video, that I was very low on iron, and I was getting iron infusions and injections, and they weren't helping. So I am anemic. I am extremely anemic. So she said, because your body is not getting enough iron, even though I was taking the iron pill, she said your body is craving this baking soda. And so she told me to take some iron. So what I did was I ordered some iron from Amazon, the liquid kind, because the green pills, you know, they do constipate you. So I figured, well, maybe the liquid, it goes directly to your system, you know, and runs through your system. Maybe that'll be better. And it did turn out to be better. But actually that helped my bleeding slow down a little bit. I went 3 months with no period. So I went back, and she says, well, you know, you're in perimenopause. I thought I was in full menopause. What do I know? She said, you're in perimenopause. You're not in full menopause until you don't have a period for at least 12 months. She said, so if you don't have a period for 6 months and then it starts back, your whole process starts all over again. It has to be a running 12 months. So she said, but you're officially in perimenopause, which explains the hot flashes and all that stuff. So she told me to double the dose of iron, which I did. What I did was I did the liquid in the morning before I ate, and the pill in the evening to eat with my food, and drink it with some orange juice. So it kind of, vitamin C and vitamin A is supposed to help. Okay, so going back to the menopause, the perimenopause. So my doctor told me I was in perimenopause, and that I should really reach out to my OBGYN to talk about the hysterectomy, which is where I started off at. So at this point, basically, long story short, is one, I have not been on keto since Thanksgiving. I am currently back on it. I have postponed my hysterectomy. I am not addicted to baking soda, although every now and then I crave it. And I don't eat it all the time. Every now and then I'll buy a small thing and I'll keep it, but other than that, I don't. And the last time I tried it, it didn't swell me up like normal, but I still don't want to go back down that road. So that's another thing. The selling of the house, the moving into the apartment, the building of the house in North Texas, and I believe I talked to you guys. The last video was my birthday, which was back in June. Yeah, bad me. And I don't know if I spoke that I got a new car. So they have these new cars, these new SUVs. Kia has them. And they're called the Telluride. I am the proud owner of a Telluride. And I say that with glee because this car is so... They can't get them off the factory line fast enough. They, you know, of course, you know, Kia is an Asian car company, but the cars are assembled in Georgia, not Atlanta, but somewhere in Georgia, and it's named after a city in my home state, which is Telluride, Colorado. So I'll tell you how I came to get my hands on a Telluride, and I'm supposed to be packing, y'all. I'm sorry. We're not sure what the weather's going to be, so we're going to dress like we would if we were here in North Carolina. And right now it's about 50 degrees. You know, one day it might be 60, the next day it might be 40, whatever. So we're kind of dressing like that and just taking a couple, you know, heavy outfits just in case it gets real cold. So anyway, you guys know that, or maybe I didn't tell you, that my husband was driving our new Sorrento and taking my granddaughter to her drama performance. And the son of a congresswoman here ran a red light and hit my husband and totaled our car. So it's ironic because when we initially bought the 2019 Sorrento, as soon as we bought it, we got an email telling us that this Telluride was coming. And at first I didn't like it because I just glanced at it. I'm like, okay, I don't like it. It's too boxy, and I just deleted the email. But Super Bowl of last year, they finally presented their first their first commercial when they start releasing the vehicles. And when I saw the commercial, I was like, okay, the email didn't do this car any justice. So I was telling my husband, I said, you know, well, we got the Sorento, we got the Honda Element, and the Honda Element is not going to die anytime soon, so, you know, won't be getting the Telluride. So the car is totaled in April, and we spent from April to June looking for a Telluride. We could not either, one, find one that was on anybody's lot, or two, find the one that I want. Now, there are 5 versions. There's the lower model, which is the LX, there's the S, there's the EX, and then there's the SX and the SXP, the SX Prestige, which has all the bells and whistles, the white Napa leather seats. But I was in the market for the S. I'm not enthralled with, if I want white Napa seats, I'm going to give me a Range Rover or a Mercedes or Rolls Royce, whatever. So that kind of stuff didn't impress me. What impressed me about the S was it was just 2 steps up from the one I have now. I got the lower model, which is the LX, which, hey, don't sleep on the LX because it has a lot of stuff in it, stuff that I probably will never use. The only reason why I wanted the S was because it had the sunroof. So anything S and up has the sunroof. The LX does not have the sunroof. And then also, I was so used to my heated seats in my Sorento, the LX does not have heated seats. So those are the only 2 things that it didn't have that I wanted. But we could not, and I had to have it in a certain color. We could not find, we would either find the S in a sangria, and I'm not a fan of the sangria. I'm not a fan of the black. They didn't have any other colors. Or if they had it, they had been used, or whatever the case may be. Don't ask me how you get a used car that early in the stage. But anyway, they do. So finally, we went down and we found out that the dealership that we went to had one on the lot. So I already knew there was another factor in this. I was only going to pay a certain amount. We had set our price, and that was it. And at that point, we were okay to walk away and just get another Sorento. That's just how it was. So we walk in, and this guy at the Kia dealership, Battleground Kia, the manager was just totally a jerk. My whole experience with him has been a jerk. So he's like, no, we're not budging on this. I'm like, okay, well, how much was for the Sorento? And he was telling me, and I'm like, but you won't budge on this one. He goes, nope. And I'll tell you in a minute why he wouldn't budge. So I said, okay, well, we'll wait. So we went around to various dealerships in the state and across, you know, the state lines to see what was available. Again, we could not find anything. So a couple days before my birthday, my husband gets up. It's Little Bit's final day, or final exam, I think. Yeah, it's her end of grade testing. So he cooks her breakfast, and we talk to her and send her off to school and so on. And I'm doing my whatever I'm doing. This is before, and I'll tell you this in a minute, before we start the homeschool. So what I'm doing is doing my regular work for my clients or whatever I'm doing. And he comes in and he says, didn't you say you had to go to Costco for some food? And I did have to go. He said, well, let's go to Costco, get that over with before it gets too crowded, and get some gas, because that's where we get our gas from. And so I got in the car. Now, mind you, I was already upset with this particular dealership. I didn't want to ever go back there or see those people ever again, because they just kind of did us dirty, I think. So, my husband has a way of nagging. And when I say nagging at you, I mean, I don't want to go get ice cream. Come on, let's go get ice cream. Come on, let's go get ice cream. You'll be quiet for a while, a couple days later. You know, ice cream sure would taste, let's go get some ice cream. That's the kind of person he is. So, as we're driving to what I'm thinking is Costco, he goes, let's go around to this dealership that had already made me mad and see if they got any cars on the lot. And I'm like, I don't want to go. I don't want to deal with this guy. And he goes, let's just go. And I'm mad at him because I'm like, he doesn't know when to leave things alone. But I'm glad he didn't leave this one alone. So we get to the lot, and I'm not going to tell you the rest of what happened to that story, because he recorded the whole thing. We got to the lot, and this guy named Cliff. Hey, Cliff. He meets us out. This is a new guy. He's only been on the job for 2 weeks. So Cliff meets us out and acts like he doesn't know who we are and all this kind of stuff, right? Needless to say, he and my husband have already been talking and plotting. So I'll put the link down here in the description box for the video where the whole thing was caught on tape, where my husband surprised me on my birthday with the Telluride. So same color, it was the LX, but I was cool with that. So anyway, so we got the LX Telluride, and I'm listening to people talk online. You know, I belong to these Telluride forums, saying that they ordered their car 6, 7, 8 months ago and they haven't gotten it yet, and you know, they can't find one on the lot. They've gone to other states. They can't find, these cars are hard to come by. But they passed the JD Power top safety list. They won all kinds of awards and everything. It's an awesome car. Good luck in getting one. Some guy, before we moved out of our house, he goes, oh, I like that car. He goes, I've been thinking about getting one. He said, I think I'm gonna go down and pick me one. I'm like, yeah, good luck with that. Because you're not going down and pick up no Telluride nowhere. So we got a new car. And then I think I told you guys before, and if I hadn't, that I had already decided towards the end, a couple months before the end of my granddaughter's school year last year, that we were going to homeschool. I just really, after talking with my husband and talking with my granddaughter, realized it was the best thing for her, because they spend so much time on teaching the kids how to pass tests, and all they were learning were reading and math, and it's just common core stuff. So you know, she knew nothing about science, social studies. They weren't doing spelling words. Actually they were doing spelling words. They were doing spelling words, but they weren't doing vocabulary, meaning, okay, you know what Celtic, how to spell Celtic, but what does Celtic mean? So when someone said a word, she knew how to spell it, but she didn't know what it meant. And I'm like, that made no sense. Those two kind of are interchangeable. So that on top of her school was on lockdown at least 3 or 4 times. 1 or 2 times they didn't even lock the school down. There was a shooting right across the street. You know, that she had been bullied, and because she was being bullied and I defended her, I taught her how to defend herself. She was getting in trouble for that. And I'm sorry, my child is going to defend herself from a bully. You can do what you want to do. So I decided, you know what, this is ridiculous. And then, okay, so we got these end of 8th grade tests. They go from a score of 0 to 5. She got a 4 on the math. 5 says you're basically college material. How they determine that when the child is in 3rd grade, I don't know, but that's what they are saying. So she was supposed to get the 1 for reading, but they said they wouldn't get them until almost the beginning of the next school year. And I asked her teacher, why is that? She said because there were so many things they were tested on that they didn't learn, so they had to go in individually and take out the things that they didn't learn and rescore the test. And I'm like, well, if you guys had just taught that stuff in the first place, there wouldn't be a problem. So anyway, I regress on that part. I decided to take her out of school. So we've been homeschooling. It's not, and I won't say it's your typical homeschool. Oh, actually, from my experience, I also belong to many homeschool groups, and a lot are what they consider laid back, but not everybody's definition of laid back is the same thing. So I don't want to get that misconstrued. However, talking to a lot of people, 75% say, well, we have maybe school 3 times a week and we may have it for 2 or 3 hours. I'm like, okay, what do you do in that time? I might give her an exercise and we'll go out into the wilderness and journal. And then I'm like, okay, that works for you. That's not going to work for my child. Mine needs structure. So what we do is we homeschool 4 days a week, and we use Friday as a flex day. When I say a flex day, we use it to take tests, we use it to take field trips, or anything else we feel like, okay, we're having a problem in this. Let's go ahead and work on this. Or if we don't have school on a Monday, other than it being a teacher's work day or holiday, we'll have it on Friday instead of Monday. We go to school from 8 to 3. We learn math. We do morning work. A lot of people are not a fan of morning work, but I like the morning work that we do because she may have not done all of or learned all of the things that we do in I'm sorry, my camera. She may not have learned all of the things we do in morning work, but it challenges her. And then I can see, well, even though we didn't learn this, she knows it. So we can just kind of skip this part. We can go over it, do a review, and move on to the stuff where she's having problems or I think she needs more work in. We do math. We do language arts, which includes spelling and vocabulary. We do Bible. We do social studies. We do science. And then we have our electives. We rotate our electives. So twice a week she might have, so each one she has once a week. So she might have home ec on Monday, and because I was doing them every day, but she was more focused on the electives than she was on her real work. So Monday we may have home ec where we learn how to sew, we learn how to cook, we do other things. We have health on Tuesdays, on Thursdays, so we alternate Thursday. The next week we might have it's another one we have, I forget. No, actually it's health and home ec. So Monday and Thursday, or Monday and Wednesday, we alternate. She does Spanish. We are using Rosetta Stone to learn Spanish. She's also doing keyboarding, although we haven't done that recently because I packed her desktop computer because it's just not going to fit in here. We got too much stuff in here as it is. And I forgot that the software that I have, it's actually just loaded on that computer. And when I tried to go get a new addition to, not pay for it, but go back to my old records and download it, the download trial has expired. And I said eventually I was going to call them and ask them, could they just let me do it on this computer? They can see that the other computer hadn't been used and see how that goes. So we have an array of things. She knows how to cook certain foods. She has hit puberty. So luckily I've taught her about that before she hit puberty, because my mom didn't teach me. Unfortunately, she didn't teach me any of that. I learned everything on my own by accident and trial and error. So she was prepared. So we talked to her about those kind of things. So one thing that I regret that we don't have here in this apartment is recess. So we're going to try to get creative with that. And then with it being cold too, it's not a whole lot you can do on the outside. So hopefully as it gets warmer, we will do more things for recess. But we have a whole curriculum that we do. And so another thing, they say, well, what about the social issues? There's an up and down to that. She does miss her school friends. She misses her BFF. But they do get together time to time and do things together. She does or she was doing gymnastics. We're going to start swimming when we get back. She's done swimming before. She's done taekwondo. She's done drama. She's done a lot of things. So she's interacting with other kids. It's just a matter of being in the classroom with other kids. But I explained to her, with her being the only one in the classroom, she has my undivided attention. She doesn't have to worry about the teacher trying to help 18 to 20 other kids. Mind you, in her school, where a good deal of them, 65% spoke Spanish. So she wasn't really getting much attention anyway. So yes, I'm homeschooling. We are trying to build our YouTube channels. You guys know YouTube has made some changes that makes it harder for us smaller channels who are trying to thrive. It's not just YouTube. Is it the FTC or one of those regulating entities have made it harder, I guess, due to children's privacy and things like that. So I'm still trying to keep the channel afloat. It's just a lot of things going on now. So that's basically that's basically my life update. And I was supposed to be packing these clothes while I was talking to you guys. So I'm just going to show you guys a few things that I got for my trip. And at the end of this video, I'll show you what my suitcase looks all packed up. So this right here came from Ashley Stewart. Ashley Stewart is a plus size store. But before, they used to only sell things for people that were size 14 on up. But I found a few finds because, I got a little find. Even though I got off keto, I still stayed on that size 10. But they didn't sell size 10 before. And now they do. So I got a few things. And I would be lying if I didn't say I didn't grab a couple size 12s, but believe it or not, this is a size 10. So what it is like a dashiki type shirt thing that you can wear with some leggings, and it kind of goes off the shoulder. So I got that in case there's a warm day when we go there. So I got that. And you guys, I love dusters. Dusters can be dressed up or dressed down. So this is a, what size is this? Is this 10 or is this medium? Bear with me here. This is a 10-12. It's just a little black and white chevron type, black, white, and orange and brown chevron type duster. It doesn't have any buttons on it. And it's just cute. I'll probably wear it with a black shirt, some black pants, and some nice shoes, or even some jeans. But I think I have black pants to go with that. Of course, I bought a size 10. No, these are 12. 12 pants. These did not come from Ashley Stewart's. These came from H&M. So it's funny how certain stores you wear different sizes. Because I think Old Navy, I'm down to a size like a 9. So those came from H&M. And then this came from H&M. This is a medium. And this is so cute. Oh no, this is a large. I'm sorry, y'all. It is a, I don't know what you call these. I call them safari jackets. There's a little jacket here. I don't know if you guys can see that. It's got the little belt thing that goes in the front. Figured this would be cute with some jeans or some camel pants. And I thought I had ordered some camel pants. They just haven't gotten here yet. I guess some of that stuff at Ashley Stewart that was that size was on back order, so I bought to go with those. And then, of course, just some regular jeans. You can wear anything with jeans. Let's see, some t-shirts. Thought this t-shirt was cute. I bought this from a lady named T on Instagram. If I can remember to put the link in, I'll put her link in below. It's Unbothered. It's a t-shirt. Can't find the top to this right now, but these are little pajamas or loungewear that I got from Costco. It's got a matching shirt to it. What else did I get here? Of course, some more jeans. Can never go wrong with jeans. Got me a jean jacket. Now I'm gonna say the jacket that I really wanted was at Walmart. Walmart, y'all missed out on the big sale, because I had ordered a lot of stuff from Walmart. It was in my cart, and when you go into your cart, it'll say it'll be delivered within 2 days, or it'll be delivered by this day. And I figured the one that was further out was okay, as long as it was here before I left to go on my trip. But when I went to go check out, it says it would be here between March 3rd and 19th. I'm like, oh, that's not gonna work. So I went to Amazon, got something similar. So Amazon got my money instead of Walmart. A couple little tops here. It's a little top. What size is this one? This one's a 10-12. Just simple. You can wear it with jeans or, you know, black pants. Another little simple shirt. Kind of cinched at the waist. This is a 10-12. So y'all, I regained my size for the most part, with a little swelling here and there. So I need to get on down. And this is a nice little pretty dress that I'm going to wear with a jean jacket. And this is a size 12, and it's too big, but I'm going to wear it anyway. And the reason why I say that, you know, when you eat, because if you go to Texas, you do not go to Texas and not eat. So we're going to be eating. And you know, when you eat, your stomach kind of goes, this dress allows for room. So I'll wear that with a jean jacket. What else do I have here? Just some leggings. Some more pajamas. Some more in case we don't leave the hotel room. Some more pants. These little cute pants. I think I got these pants. See, I got the little tie thing in front. I think I got these from Rose's. They were really cheap, probably $5.99. Of course, more jeans. Got my camel jacket that I'm going to wear with the top is a camel jacket, and I'll probably wear that with some blue jeans. What else did I get? Here's the top to that those pants, those lounge pants. Again, pajamas or probably loungewear, because y'all, look, with this perimenopause and these hot flashes, I sleep darn near naked. I know TMI, but it's true. I have this Fila tracksuit. It's velour. This is the velour pants with the, it's got a Fila logo somewhere on the pants. I don't see it right now, but those. And then the jacket that goes to it, the Fila jacket. It zips up and it has a hoodie. So I got that. And you know, I always pack 2 extra outfits more than the days that I'm staying, because you never know. You might want to go out. You might stay a couple extra days. You never know. You might change your mind, whatever. They call them wife beaters. I got a few colors of these little tank top things. Oh, here's another cute shirt. I love graphic t-shirts. So this one says, my 2 moods. Hello, I'll cut you. I saw another one that I might get it this summer. It said, I've watched enough murder mystery shows to know where to hide a body. So maybe I'll get that when I start working on my next book. And you guys, that's another thing. It's been a while since I've written. My last book and novel came out nearly 3 years ago. Because I usually bring one around every year my birthday. So it's been 2017, I think. So I really need to get back and start writing again. But I need to get past this stress and this moving and all this kind of, you know, things before I can actually sit down and concentrate. And once we get to Texas, we are moving to an area where the schools are so much better. So we're going to put my granddaughter back in school. But I told her, if there is any incident, like a school shut down or she's getting bullied or whatever, she's coming back out and we're just going to homeschool to high school. So I'm praying that works out, because I have a lot of personal goals that I want to achieve on my own. But you know, not being selfish. If it's her or me, it's going to be her first. So hopefully I can do both of them. You guys keep me in prayer. Got some leggings from Lidl. You guys heard of this new grocery store called Lidl, L-I-D-L. Again, if I can remember to put the link or whatever. They have, it's kind of like Aldi's. If you know what Aldi's is and never shop there, it's just like an upgrade of Aldi. So it's what Target is to Walmart, basically. So you got Walmart, but Target is more upscale and more expensive, whatever. Lidl's is that way. Being on keto, I have found a lot of grass-fed meats and organic cage-free eggs and things like that there, and organic foods. And then they sell other stuff, you know, home goods, small home goods, you know, appliances, and you know, a few clothes. So these leggings, I like them. I have a black pair as well. Got me some socks from H&M. Basically, this is just to wear. You know, I bought some boots and some flats and things like that. I want it to look a little cute. Let's see here. I got my Under Armour shirt. It's got a hoodie on it in case it's cold, or I just feel like I just want to, you know, be sporty and let my stomach hang out. I can do that. What else here? Got lots of underwear and bras. You take over the amount you need. Of course, I got some shorts to sleep in. I told you guys, I get hot. Got some shapewear I'm going to try to wear, but I never am successful with shapewear. So, but we'll see. And this is another shirt I got from Ashley Stewart. What size is this one? This is a 14-16. I don't know why I ordered 14-16. I think it was an error. However, the way it slinks on my body and allows me to breathe, I think I'm going to keep it. So it's cute. Of course, you know, my Old Navy dependable. I'm pretty sure everybody has a shirt like this from Old Navy. What else do I have? I think that's pretty much it. Got a set of workout clothes just in case I decide I want to hit the gym while I'm there. Of course, I'm gonna carry. Look, you guys, I'm on Groupon. Never bought me a Michael Kors purse. Just really have never been into purses, let alone buy an expensive purse. So Lately I've been getting into purses and things like that, and hats. And so I was on Groupon and I saw this advertisement for a Michael Kors. Little one, go get my purse off that table, off that chair in my room. So I was on Groupon, and it was advertised as a Michael Kors over-the-shoulder bag, which is this. It looks fat because I got stuff in it. Let me take it out so you can see what it looks like, because I didn't want to carry a big purse. We're gonna be driving around with the realtor, and we're gonna be doing other things, going to the design center and all that kind of stuff, and I just didn't want to carry a big purse. So I got this thinking it was a Michael Kors purse. So when I opened it, I'm like, oh, that's nice, but I'm like, but wait a minute, doesn't the Michael Kors logo have an MK? Then when I took the receipt, you know, the tag on it, it said Michelle something on it. I was like, what? But I thought to send it back, but it was like only 20 bucks. So I said, oh, look, it may not be Michael. My husband said it's Michael Kors. Look, I'm gonna act like it's a Michael Kors purse because this is what's going to me on a trip. This one and this one here has a long thing. It's like a wallet type thing here. I'll carry those two, you know, just so I'm not bogged down with the purse. And then with people robbing people these days, I don't want to be walking around with a big purse anyway. So I got that, and you know, you can't pack without your trash bag for your dirty clothes. Always put that in there. I got my toiletries, got my makeup, bought me some new Rihanna makeup. So I think I'm set. Oh, let me show you the shoes that I'm taking. That's a whole nother bag by itself. So between me and my granddaughter, we've got about 12 pair of shoes that we're taking on this trip. And my husband probably has 2 or 3, poor thing. So I gotta tell you about my boots. I went into JCPenney, and I'm trying to remember why I even went into JCPenney. I think I went into JCPenney because my husband hardly ever buys anything from him. If he gets it, I'm buying it, because he's not gonna buy anything from himself. He'll get gift cards for his birthday or Christmas and spend it on us. That's just how he is. So I saw from the window that they had these nice golf shirts, and I would spend whatever it takes on him, but I know him, and I know that if I spend too much money on a shirt, I am never going to hear the end of it. So when I saw the shirts, I thought, oh, he would like this. Both me and my granddaughter saw the price. Yeah, he'd be upset though if you brought that shirt home. I think it was like $55 for just a regular golf shirt. So we didn't get it. So some said, well, let's go down and see what we can find in the clearance section. So went down to the clearance section. They had these on sale. Well, they were originally $65, and they're nothing spectacular, just nice boots that are memory foam. And you know, us old people, we like that memory foam. So and I think it has little buckles there. And so they were originally $65, but the box said $19. But I ended up taking them home for $15 even. So I got me a pair of nice boots for $15. Probably only wear them once or twice this season, but they'll be here for next season. Let's see. I got these boots, and I get these from H&M. Where did I get these from? No, I got these from Walmart. Yeah, I got these from Walmart. These little footies, they were only, let's see, 20 bucks. They got the little opening right there, as you can see. And the little buckle. And that's the inside of it. Got those. Got my Nikes, because I didn't show you what I'm going to be wearing too, you know, wearing up there. So I got my little Nike track pants, leggings. Not Nike, I'm sorry. Okay, let me go back for a minute. Adidas. So I'm wearing these along with my Adidas shirt, along with my Adidas jacket. So we all were going to go matching. Papa, my husband, I call him Papa, we call him Papa because of the grandchild. We both have a jacket just like this, and I could have sworn that when I packed the clothes to come over to the apartment that I packed them both, but it looks like only mine made it over. So I was gonna go order him another one, but he was like, you better not spend $85 on that. But I did order the little girl one, my granddaughter, so she and I are gonna be almost matching. Plus we have black Adidas shoes with white soles on it, so we'll have those. The Nikes were just for to keep in the car, so if the other shoes start to bother my feet, the boots or the other shoes, I can just throw my Nikes on. And what else do I have in here? Oh, got some flats from Amazon. They're really comfortable. I'm just trying to stretch them out a little bit because they do hurt at the toe, but it's not that. It's just I have like a small bump on my toe, and it's not a corn. It's just a whatever. Maybe it is a corn. I don't know. It doesn't look like a corn, but anyway, it hits the side of there real quick. I mean, hits the side of there slightly. So, but you know, they're flexible. I just stick my feet in them, wear them with jeans, whatever. So I got those, and I think that might. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, and then these. I got these to wear with these are older shoes. I think I got these from. Where did I get these shoes from? Was it Belk? I forget where I got these shoes from. But in case I want to wear it with one of the jeans and the duster and all that kind of stuff, so I'll do that. And I think that really is. Oh, wait a minute. My other Nike. Okay, that's it for me on shoes, and then include my Adidas. So as you can see, initially my husband and I, both of our clothes were supposed to fit in the same suitcase. That's not gonna happen. So he's gonna have his suitcase, I'll have mine, and my granddaughter will have hers, and we'll have a separate big huge bag for just our shoes. So hopefully they'll fit in there. So I think that's all for my update. If I can remember anything, I will do it in the next month's update, which I'm going to try to get back on track of doing them every month. So maybe I will do them the first of each month. So maybe the next one that you will see, you won't get a March one, but that's not fair, is it? Maybe, I think it's only fair to do it the first of the month because you want to capture what happened in that previous month. So yeah, I'm going to skip March, but not too long. You won't have to wait too long because I'll do one around the first week of March. I mean the first week of April. So you'll get all, you know, the updates and so on that happened in March. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and end this segment. I'm Yolanda Johnson-Bryant, and you've been watching The Other Side of the Dash.